Hi, my name is Key, and this video will be on 10 things they didn't tell you about preterm labor. So, I'm going to be going basically off of my experience. I am a mother of two with two under two. Yes. When I gave birth to my youngest, who is now 4 months old. Yeah, 4 months old, but officially 1 month adjusted. He was born 27 weeks, 5 days. And my firstborn is officially 1. So I pretty much got pregnant 3 months after I had my baby, the first one. But hey, they did tell us you're more fertile after you give birth. But it's neither here or there. Anyways, diving right into this 10 things they didn't tell you. I wish I had a video to watch when I went through it. And that's the main reason why I'm making the video now, because there wasn't a lot of resources as far as videos and then finding blogs and Googling things. A lot of the information was very old, and the chat groups or anything like that I would find, support groups online, it seemed as if no one really participated. So there was really no support there. And then when I looked on YouTube, because you can learn anything on YouTube, there wasn't a lot of videos about what to expect or relating to what you're going through. I did see a lot of videos on journeys where there was like a big collage of pictures and little videos here and there of my baby 1 year birthday, and my baby was born prematurely. But there wasn't really anyone sitting and talking and saying, hey, you just had a baby and you're going through a lot. Like I really needed something like that, something that was where I was at in the moment. So I'm hoping that this video will be of some kind of assistance, some kind of help, hope, strength to somebody that's going to be going through something that I just got out of. And yes, so the 10 things that no one really tells you to expect about preterm labor. All in all, it is an emotional roller coaster. You are going to have your good days, you're going to have your bad days, but it's all an emotional roller coaster. And just like roller coasters, they're terrifying. It seems like it's never ending. Like a minute or two of being on a roller coaster, you feel like your life is about to end. I'm afraid of heights, so that's why I'm using that analogy. But yes, and it's the same thing with this journey. You feel like it's never ending, and your emotions just keep going up and down, up and down. There's not one steady place of peace and joy. It's up and down, and you feel like it's never, you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel at the beginning of the journey. But I just want you to know that there is a light. Things do get better, regardless of what the circumstances are. It will get better. So, let me get started. And I'm going to make another video really going in depth about my journey, my preterm labor journey. But right now, I just want to hit the 10 things that no one ever tells you to expect on this roller coaster. So when you go in, because initially you will have to go in, and that's when they'll test, or they'll tell you if you're dilated or if you're in preterm labor or not. So really quickly, because I'm trying to keep this video under 10 minutes, because I don't know if someone's going to sit here for 20. But when I was going through, I think I would have sat there. If it had vital information to help me get through what I was going through, I would sit there. But that's me. So, 10 things. Number 1 is fear. When they tell you that, you're at risk, or you are in the beginning stages of labor, and you're in preterm labor, it is scary, and fear kicks in. And the biggest fear is my baby going to be okay? You're not thinking about yourself. You're thinking about, is my baby going to be okay? And that's normal. That's a given. That's expected. Then there's denial. I went through denial. They told me, you're 2 centimeters dilated. And I was like, okay. I was 2 centimeters dilated with my other son. And I was 38 weeks, and that lasted for 2 weeks. I didn't really think it was a big deal. Like, it was a big issue. I expected them to send me out, give me a shot or two, and send me home, and I would deliver my baby on time. Denial. Then there's confusion. They're going to tell you what they're going to need to do to make sure your baby's lungs are fully developed and that your baby is healthy. And this is around 28 weeks and under, I'm guessing. 7 months and 7 months and under. If you're trying to deliver early, most likely your baby's lungs are not fully developed yet. So they're going to tell you you're going to need steroids, and they're going to try to give you magnesium or something to stop and slow down the labor. And all of this is going to sound like womp, 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 womp. Because guess what? You're still at a place of fear, and you're in denial. So all of this that they're telling you, you're still thinking, is my baby okay? And I should be getting out tonight. I just need to be on bed rest or, slow things down. No. Then there's hopelessness. This is when they admit you into the hospital and you're officially in labor. You lose all control. You can't control anything anymore. When this baby's ready to come, this baby is ready to come. So that's where hopelessness comes in, because you feel like your hands are tied. There's nothing you can do anymore to stop it. There's nothing the doctors can do to prevent it from happening. It is happening. So you get into a place of hopelessness. And then numbness. I'm trying to rush through this. But numbness. Everything stops. You still get a decision. You get to choose how you want to have your baby. Do I want to continue with a C-section? I had a C-section the first time with mine, so I continued with a C-section. So as everything is going, it's all a blur. Everything is all a blur. They'll have someone, the doctor from the NICU, come in and speak to you and tell you all of the challenges and what to expect and all that other stuff. The nurses will try to ask you questions. One of them was asking me, am I able to take my septum out, my nose? I'm like, I'm about to have a baby here. So everything is moving very quickly, and the doctor is trying to keep you calm and be that support system for you. But you're numb. You're not understanding, you're not feeling, you're just there. Then the disconnect. After they take this baby out, it's not like when you regularly get a C-section, they take the baby out, you bring the baby over to your head, you take pictures, and the dad goes, and everything is in slow motion. Things are moving quickly. Because most likely your baby's lungs are not fully developed. They need to get this baby in the incubator and over into the NICU as soon as possible. And, if they're on a ventilator, that's pumping air into their body, they need to get that done quickly. So there's no real time to bond. You're still dealing with the denial. You're confused, you're hopeless, and now you're numb. And the disconnect. Now you're at a place of loneliness. You're going to have visitors. Everyone's going to be shocked. It's going to hit everybody very quickly. They're not going to understand why. There's going to be questions, but they're not going to bombard you with a bunch of questions. Family will come and they will see you, and you will still be in a place of numbness and disconnect. And denial is still there. It's very much there. Fear kind of creeped out because now you're, high off drugs from the C-section. You're kind of just there, floating around. And, you finally get to go see your baby. The numbness, the disconnect, the hopelessness is very heavy at this time. You get to see your baby in this incubator. You never in a million years expected that this was going to be the outcome of your pregnancy. So you get to see your baby and you're trying to take it all in. And trust me, it's going to be overwhelming and it's going to be a lot to take in. And you're just going to be going through the motions. When it's time to walk away, to leave that NICU for the very first time, it's all going to hit you. You're going to go back into your room. If you've ever had a baby before, that's when it's going to hit a little bit harder, because you do understand that they're going to roll your baby in next to you in a little bassinet, and that baby stays with you the whole time. So going back into the room, knowing that you just gave birth, still numb, still disconnected, still in denial, loneliness kicks in. Even if your significant other is in the room, loneliness kicks in because your child is not there with you. And I forgot to add this one, but you're going to blame yourself. What if? What if I didn't do this? Or what if I did that? What if I did this? It's out of your hands. There's nothing you can do to control it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Then faith kicks in. After loneliness is faith. You have ran out of things to do. All you can do now, because it's out of your hands, is give it to God. And that's when you begin to plead with God to save your baby. Make your baby be okay. You're not worried about you. You're just worried about that child. You're going to want prayer with others, or just the peace and comfort that comes from knowing that others are praying for you, because you might not want to reach out to anyone, but your significant other might, or you might as well. I did. I sent out mass messages to my church family and to my family to pray and pray and pray. Then, in the midst of all of that, there's a little bit of hope and strength that kicks in. Just from the prayers, there's strength. Because now you're going to be visited by the chaplain, a social worker for your child, and they're going to try to talk to you and see where your mind is at, but you're still kind of in a place of numbness, denial, fear, loneliness. And now there's a little bit of hope kicking in from speaking with them. And they'll kind of tell you what other mothers went through and what you can do to help and what helped other moms go through it. And they're going to want you to pump. You're going to feel like your doctors and your nurses are a part of the breast milk cult, because they're going to want you to pump around the clock. And you're barely going to have any kind of milk in there to pump, because your milk is not going to come in immediately. So you're going to sit there and hand express for what seems like forever. And you're barely going to get maybe 2 milliliters. Is it? Yeah, barely that. In like one of those pill cups. But as the day progresses, you're going to start feeling better, because now you're going to feel like you're contributing. You're helping your baby. And you're going to pump more and more, and your milk is going to come in. Then there's going to be time for you to leave. For me, I was able to stay 5 days because they had to run more tests. I was able to get up and see my baby whenever I wanted to. Whenever the NICU was open, I had the free will to just go and do as I pleased to see him, because it wasn't time. You can't really do much touching either. You put your hands in the incubator and you rest it there, but that's about it. You don't get skin to skin immediately. It could take months. But that'll be another video to go into. But yeah, that kind of helped me get through the denial part of it, that this is happening. It kind of, being there for those 5 days, opened my eyes to see that this is life, this is happening, this is real, you are in it. Now what? Then it was time to leave. When it was the day for me to leave, I didn't want to see my baby right before I go. I made sure it was maybe a couple of hours before that. My husband went back and checked on him, but I just couldn't. I couldn't go to say goodbye and leave immediately after that. And when you leave, that's when postpartum kicks in. Postpartum. Whether you're coming home to another child, toddler, baby, a big kid, you're still coming home to the fact that you were supposed to bring a baby home. Your stomach is not big and huge anymore. There's nothing floating around in there. There's nothing sitting on your bladder or sending you to the restroom every 5 to 10 minutes. You're not sleeping uncomfortably. There's baby items around your room, in your home. There's baby items everywhere, and there is no baby. You're coming home without a child. Here goes another part of it. You're angry. You'll cry out of nowhere. You'll snap at folks. You want to hide. You'll just want the days to go by. You'll shower when you feel like it. You'll get up and take care of yourself if you want to. You're in a dark place and you feel alone. There's going to be a lot of people reaching out to you. People are going to ask you, are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you? what can I do to help? Get my baby out the NICU. But they can't do that. So you can't say that. I just want you to know that if this is the first time that you're ever experiencing this, that you're going to be okay. It's going to feel like you'll never get to the day when you get to take your baby home. Those weeks are going to feel like forever. This emotional roller coaster will continue to repeat itself. But it doesn't last. It's temporary. This test is temporary. And regardless of the outcome of your baby's health, be grateful that your baby is alive, because not everyone's child makes it. Not everyone gets the opportunity to say, my child is in the NICU. So hold on to that hope that my child is alive. My child is fighting, but my child is alive. I get to hold my baby at the end of this. Don't give up. You are not alone. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments and I'll answer those questions for you the best of my ability through my experience. But hang on to hope. Above all things, hang on to hope and to your faith, because this is not the end all be all. You are stronger than you even know. You are capable of doing things that you thought was impossible. God chose you for this. It wasn't by chance and it wasn't an accident. There is purpose in this. Thank you. And please, 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 just hang in there. You're going to be okay.